The fight that you've been waiting for is finally here. The Prince of all Saiyans versus JIREN, the one who is said to be above his own god of destruction. This is happening on January 6, 2018 if you are in the United States. And Toei Animation is bringing their best on this episode. We have the return of the legendary, famous, incredible animation supervisor Yuya Takahashi, and you can clearly tell that this is reminiscent of episode 110 as Goku was fighting off against JIREN. So this episode is gonna be animated in a way that you have never seen before on Dragon Ball Super. I am so excited. Also coming back on the storyboard is now Toshi Shida, another legendary animator who is incredible and is world famous for his work on Dragon Ball Super and Dragon Ball Z and before. So let's break this down. Episode 122 is not happening next week. It is happening the week after on January 6th. So you start off with Goku-san fighting off against JIREN, alright? And by the way, the episode title is Onore no Hokori wo Kakete VEGETA Saiko He no Chosen, which stands for Staking His Pride. Vegeta challenges the strongest. Now, I want to be clear that that is a provisional title for next week. It could slightly change. And episode 123 provisional title is Zenshin Zenrei Senryoku Haiku. That stands for Full Body Spirit and Power Unleashed. You have to keep that in mind because episode 123 appears to be a direct continuation to something that's going to happen in episode 122, hopefully, if my theory is correct. So Goku is fighting off against JIREN, and then Vegeta comes behind him into the face. JIREN doesn't even care. You are nobody to JIREN. Now, what I love about this episode is how the animation team has purposely animated JIREN in a way where he appears to be much bigger than he actually is. He appears to dwarf Goku, even though Goku, yes, he is on his knees a little bit. He's squatting, not on his knees, he's squatting. But even if Goku was standing, I mean, JIREN just looks like a giant compared to Goku and compared to Vegeta. It's almost like they're trying to make him look like Anirasa in the sense that he is even above the other characters. Now, also pay attention to the left, because that little boulder on the left, that little JIREN appears from this angle to be almost the same height as that, which is obviously not true. So it is just the director and this camera angle to prove a point that JIREN is much stronger than Goku and Vegeta, even in their Super Saiyan Blue form. So he knocks him out of the way, and Goku tries to attack but dodges. JIREN barely even moves. It almost seems like his body moved on its own. But that will be a video for another day on JIREN's true powers. So JIREN dodges it. Vegeta isn't gonna back down. He is going to attack JIREN, but he's not the only one. Now, here is where you can really see the animation from Yuya Takahashi. I am so excited. Now, what is going on with Frieza? It appears that Frieza is being grabbed by the tail. Now, I don't think that JIREN is going to be facing off against Frieza. I think what's happening here is that Frieza is being taken by surprise, not by Dispo, but by Toppo. I think that Toppo is facing off against Frieza, and it's been a very long time that we've seen Frieza struggle. The last time that I see Frieza struggle this much was against Goku in Dragon Ball Super. So yeah, that is absolutely insane. Now, I find this interesting. As Goku is fighting off against JIREN, he doesn't seem to be having a hard time blocking his attacks, to the point where even though he's not in Ultra Instinct, he just closes his eyes and he is blocking the attacks. It's almost like Goku is able to it's almost like he understands JIREN's movements now, because remember, Goku is very good at learning your moves as he fights with you, and he's fought JIREN at this point enough where he might be able to slightly predict some of his moves even without the Ultra Instinct, and JIREN is also not having a hard time at all. So he's probably wondering, how is Goku able to dodge or block my attacks? Now, it's really hard to tell who this character is that is being attacked right here, but based on the hair and based on the leg and the clothing and the shoes, this appears, in my opinion, to be Vegeta. I believe that this is in fact Vegeta who is being knocked out but it appears to be Jiren's attack. I've seen this attack before from Jiren, and this appears to be him. So Vegeta is struggling, obviously, against Jiren. But here in this case, Toppo is fighting somebody, and I love the fact that he is being, of course, animated by the legendary Yuya Takahashi, who is doing a lot of the work in this episode. I mean, just the way Jiren Toppo looks is just incredible. And he is fighting off against Gohan, it appears. But again, I believe that Toppo is also going to be fighting off against Frieza. Now, it's very possible that Dispo might be fighting off against Frieza, and that's how he was caught off guard. But I think it's more likely that Dispo is going to be facing Android 17. What is he going to be doing during this fight? Clearly, Goku and Vegeta are focusing on Jiren. So Toppo appears to be focusing on Gohan, and I think he's also going to fight off against Frieza. Now, I do not believe that Gohan on his own can hold off against Toppo. Toppo is much stronger than Gohan. Toppo was able to face off against Super Saiyan Blue Goku, which means that, yeah, Gohan is not going to match that level. And even though Gohan was able to face off against Goku in the past, I don't think he's going to be able to match Toppo. That's just my opinion. But yeah, Yuya Takahashi, the way you're animating this episode, bro, absolutely mind-blowing. Just looking at Goku, and I've mentioned this before, Yuya Takahashi is known for his very detailed faces. On top of that, Yuya Takahashi is known for having a lot of shading on the characters. He is known for the details on the eyebrows. The eyebrows are a little bit longer than usual. He has the little center effect that you get when you kind of green your face when you're like angry, and that little thing happens in the middle of your face, in between your eyebrows. So he is known for all the details that other animators will not do. Vegeta fighting off against Jiren, right? Things are getting insane. Vegeta is putting up a great fight, and I love how during all of this, you can clearly see that Jiren is blocking everything. I mean, if you go frame by frame, literally, it's all about Vegeta attacking, and Jiren is just blocking. I mean, he's barely putting up any work here. So he is a little bit struggling, it appears, by this shot right here. Jiren is struggling against Vegeta, or he might be surprised at the power of Vegeta to the point where he may not be able to attack right away. You can even see on the left side by his ear, you can see that Jiren is sweating a little bit. So he is, in fact, and here in this shot is more prominent, he is sweating against Vegeta. So is Jiren struggling? I'll leave that up to you guys. I love the way Yuya Takahashi is animating Vegeta. Oh man, it looks great. It looks absolutely beastly. And this shot right here, you can see he's going above, probably breaking the sound barrier right here. And I mean, the way this starts, and then bam, oh wow. Okay, so what this shot appears to be is Jiren is doing a double attack, right, with his left. And then he misses. He misses Vegeta, and then Vegeta punches him in the gut, or kicks him in the gut. So Vegeta was able to dodge this attack. I'm very surprised. And he was able to land a hit on Jiren, even better than when Goku was fighting against him in Ultra Instinct. Yes, Goku was able to land a blow on Jiren with his knees, but this is with his foot, alright? Just absolutely stabbed him with it. This was much different than when Goku was fighting Jiren, and Jiren seems to be in a lot more pain than he was fighting off against Ultra Instinct Goku. So there is a lot of hope here for Vegeta of possibly achieving an Ultra Instinct, which I think is going to happen at the end of this episode, transitioning into episode 123, and obviously Goku is impressed. But clearly by the subtitles, it is not enough. He wants him to draw power beyond his limits, and this is actually happening before. So Jiren does not feel the effects of Vegeta's punches. Now Vegeta is doing the final flash, and obviously Jiren is going to allow him to do it, just like when when Goku did the Genki Dama and Jiren allowed it. So now Vegeta is staking all his power into this one move off against Jiren, and then he obviously does the attack, but it's not gonna work. I predict that this is not gonna work, and it's gonna be the end of Vegeta when it comes to fighting off against Jiren. I think he's going to reach a new level of power, which is Ultra Instinct. But that's just my opinion. Guys, let me know if you agree in the comments below. Let me know if you agree that Jiren is going to put up a great fight against Vegeta, and that Vegeta is going to unlock Ultra Instinct. And let me know, what do you guys think episode 123 is talking about when it says full body, spirit, and power unleashed. Again, full body, spirit, and power unleashed. Are they referring to Vegeta? Are they referring to Goku? Are they talking about Jiren? Or are they possibly talking about a fusion between Goku and Vegeta? Now, I don't think fusion is gonna happen for another 5 episodes. Like I said, I predict that this arc or this saga is gonna end in episode 131. And because there are 9 minutes left as of episode 122, the beginning of that episode, I feel that this is in fact gonna go 5 or 6 more episodes until we see Vegito. And I do predict that Vegito is gonna come. I don't see why not. They've had fusions of different universes. They have Potara fusion of Universe 6. It makes sense for Vegito to come back in this episode, not in this episode, but in Dragon Ball Super Terminal Power. So that's all I have for you guys today. I am done rambling, and I will see you guys tomorrow morning for the next Dragon Ball video.
Subscribe to Anime Live Reactions for more. Share this video with your friends.